Okay, so we've talked about making our great first impression, warm and friendly greeting, building rapport as we investigate. Now let's take a minute and talk about selling your service department. It's, we all know nowadays, I'm not just selling a car. I sell me, the dealership, and the car. And we need to start selling our dealership because remember, we talked about some stats before, 71% of customers bought because they liked, trust, and respected their salesperson, but 71% of customers didn't buy because they weren't comfortable with the salesperson, the dealership, the process, or the management. So we need to get the customer comfortable with our dealership. We need to sell the difference between us and everybody else. And it's kind of like Joe always talks about, he would cheat. On the way out to his inventory, he'd just walk the customer through the service department, introduce them to service writers, introduce them to service managers, introduce them maybe to a technician if they're available, show them where the cars are getting detailed. Service needs to become a pre-sale decision, not an after-sale thought. Because when should you do your service? When should you sell service? When should you do it? Pre-demo, during your wander around. It's in the past, all of us have done a service walk, but when have we done our service walk? That's right, at delivery. See, I'm not talking about a service walk. We're talking about selling your service department. Just only selling service at delivery, well, that means you think your service department's only important enough to the customers that buy cars from you. Well, what about all the other people that don't buy cars from you? Could that have helped you close deals that maybe you didn't get? So from now on, think of service as a pre-sale decision. Walk them through your service department during your wander around. That first, 5, 10 minutes when that customer gets on your lot, walk them through, do some rapport, build some rapport with them, investigate and say, hey, let me show you something we're real proud of here that separates us from every other dealership in town. And when you walk them back, what could you do? What could you show the customers? You show them awards, show them plaques, show them how you have all master certified ASE technicians. Introduce them to your service writers, introduce them to service managers. Now make sure you set it up. Okay, make sure the service writers know you're going to be bringing customers back there. Make sure your service manager knows that. Show them where the cars get worked on. Talk about your shuttle service that you offer for customers. Talk about your rental fleet if you have that. Loaner cars, maybe tires for life is something you guys offer back there. The night drop. Look, all these things that you're going to talk about back there, are they necessarily different than what every other dealership in town does? Not really. Most dealerships do these things now. The difference is most salespeople don't actually take the time to sell the customer on the service department. All they're thinking about is, I got to sell the car now. I don't have time to bother with service. I'll worry about it at delivery. You will stand out head and shoulders above everybody else if you walk them back there and introduce them to people. Put a smile on your face, get your service writers put a smile on their face, show awards, President Club awards, whatever your manufacturer has for you. And I know some of you are thinking, we don't have any awards, we don't have any plaques. Go to the attic at the dealership or the storeroom. They're there. They may be from 1952, but get them, hang them on the wall, and be proud of your service department. And always remember this, that 78% of customers said they would strongly consider buying their next vehicle from the same place to get the current vehicle service. So what does that mean? Well, as a salesperson, hopefully you're in this business long term, you know this, if you can't keep that customer coming back and getting their service done at your dealership on a regular basis after they buy the car from you, chances are 8 out of 10 aren't going to come back and buy that car from you again. So it's a long-term thing. Sell service up front, then they're going to be getting their service done at your dealership once you close them, and that's how you start building that repeat and referral business. But we got to sell long-term ownership and relationship with that customer. Look, customers know how technologically advanced these cars are nowadays, and they can't just take that car down to Bob's garage and have them fix it anymore. They're looking for somebody that's going to take care of them after the sale as well. And that's going to be you, because in the wander around, you're going to sell your service department.